everybody. I'm going to restart my Wixo, and it's not going to be in Sweden. Anyways, I didn't like the last one also because I was barely even posting on it. So, well, now we have a new Wixo, and just because I can, I'm going to get rid of Antarctica, and that's because I can. So deal with it, I guess. Anyways, let's get started. We're going to be starting right here in Thessaloniki, something like that, a Greek city. And this nation, it's going to be called Macedonia. And this thing is going to wrap around the coastal areas of Greece, going, very far. And they meet up with the Black Sea just a little bit. Then they start to push a little bit inwards here before moving south and meeting up with this island before taking half of it respectfully. And this is when they actually start to, discover some more land instead of just taking it. Because they need to discover land to take it. That's how this thing kind of works. So they continue to discover, and they get very far into Greece, even meeting up with the Mediterranean Sea a little bit, or the main body of the Mediterranean Sea. Like, the main body of the Mediterranean Sea. And then, the Macedonians will explore some more islands, and they explore a little bit more around their nation here. They start to move southward, and they discovered the northern Spartan Peninsula before also discovering this entire area here. These guys will be expanding, and they expand quite a bit, but these areas aren't too populated. And I should also put a capital for this nation, so gonna have to make a new layer, obviously, which will, their capital will be right there. And this is technically the first major city. Now we have the Macedonians expanding more around the Greek coast here and there, and they fully take it, obviously. And then they start to, explore a little bit more, going towards Albania and fully discovering it, or like the coastal areas of Albania, before they start to settle more land here, and they take this entire portion. But this is going to cause a little bit of breakaway over here. These guys will be in like a rebellion in Constantinople, or just Thrace, I guess. And these guys, they take most of their land over here. And the Macedonians, they agree to let them go because they don't find this land too important, even though it's near where they started. And these guys will obviously have their major city / capital right here in Constantinople, or I guess, and that's the capital. And now the blue team is going to go on a little bit of an expansion conquest over here. And because they have a lot of resources from just one little city, they are able to discover lots and lots of Turkey, I guess. And the Macedonians will fully discover Sparta after a good amount of time and make some landings on Crete. But then the blue team will start to expand around the Sea of Marmara and take the entire thing for themselves, before moving down into some of these islands here and taking them, and going nicely along the coast of Turkey. So, yeah. But now it's time for the Macedonians to explore and expand again, so they continue to do that, and with help from the blue team, I guess, they move up the coast of Bulgaria and just going into the inner Balkan area. And Macedonia will start to make some expansions in Sparta, taking about 3/4 of the island. And then they start to make some expansions up here, but not too many, as this is newly discovered land. However, they do get all of Crete. And I should probably add like waters that are discovered, so I'm gonna do that real quick. These are the discovered waters, and the darker shade of blue is the undiscovered, obviously. And now over here in in Albania, we have another rebellion from the from the Macedonians, and they're actually okay with this one again because they don't really care about this land. So these guys here, the Albanians, will move along the coast of Albania and start to explore even further into the Balkan area, I guess, before expanding just a little bit more, making them probably bigger than the blue team at this point. But then these guys These guys start to set their eyes out on the coast, and they send some more explorations, and they meet the first boot of Italy, this boot, before they start to explore around the entire Italian coast, or the Adriatic Italian coast, which is nice for them. They get a lot of the Adriatic discovered here, and they start to explore on it around their little coastal areas, but they don't take any land yet, as that would be a bit too much, but they do explore a little bit more in the oceans. And for this nation's little capital, I guess, their major city will be like right here, and their capital will obviously be in that major city. Now we have the Macedonians expanding once more, but it's just to gather some of these islands and expand their little domain up here. Well, the blue team has been saving up a lot of resources to do this, and they meet southern Turkey, cutting this area from the rest of the unexplored lands, I guess. But then these guys start to move up of not the Balkan, the Romanian coast and the Black Sea coast in general, and they also go a little bit deep into the Turkish coastal areas here. Then the blue team expands quite a bit in their new little domain here, and they take basically all of Thrace and a little bit more, actually. They will obviously discover some lands around here with the Black Sea coast, which is going nice for them. But the next goal, I guess, would probably to finish this off, and which they have finished it off. So yeah, good for them. And I'm just gonna do this in one clip because I can. And here we go. The thing is, the Macedonians here will be taking a little bit of land, which is basically like a colony here. I guess not all of that, but like I said, they have taken all of this land right here. They've also taken Crete. Before the blue team will start to take some land, and they take about like the rest of this land here, other than like the border, which they do expand on a little bit. Now over here to Albania, they will be exploring more of the Italian peninsula, and they discover like basically everywhere around the mountains, I guess. So they discover all of this before they slowly fill it in, which kind of drains them of resources, but I guess that's an issue, not an issue yet, because they're going to expand, and they expand quite a lot here, and to their people, they don't really like this, considering their economy is suffering, but they can't do anything yet, and I say yet because something's about to happen. Yes, I got you. Welcome to Naples, as this entire area of explorationists have rebelled, and yeah, they take most of the land other than here, which the Albanians are pretty mad about. And for their major city in Naples, well, it's obviously Naples, but I think that's where Naples is. Anyways, let's continue. And I should probably continue with the water, so that's what I'm going to do. It's going to get updated a little bit. So, yeah, here you go. But over here in the blue team, they're going to have a rebellion in the south, which obviously isn't good. And I'm probably gonna change the color. Let me do that for these guys. Yeah, they're kind of funded by a certain light purple country, cause I don't know why, but they are. So, blue team loses a lot of land. However, the blue team will fight back just to get their important areas, which are mainly around here, and they decide for peace right here. And I'm gonna actually draw a border here. So this is what they will decide on, like this. And now, since Macedonia is pretty mad at Albania, they're going to invade them because these two, for some reason, they're allies or really good friends. So because Albania funded that rebellion, they're going to get invaded and absolutely destroyed. Yeah, there's just no fighting back. Albania, they're cooked. Peace treaty. They will be taking all of this land, and that's not good for Albania because they're barely even Albania anymore. And their capital is now just a major city. Their capital is just a major city now. And that means I'm going to have to put a new major city for them because they got destroyed. And they're going to put it right here in Montenegro, so they're not even Albania anymore, but I'm just going to call them Albania for simplicity's sake. And also, they will be taking this from Albania. And they will actually continue their expansion here by taking all of this land right here. I'm going to update the major cities a little bit. These are the major cities, and for capitals for this guy, they're going to put it right here on the coast. And now over here, we're going to have a mass wave of exploration. These two countries right here, like the Macedonians and the Thracians, they're going to explore Turkey with all the resources they have, which, don't get me wrong, it's going to get them very, very, very far in, but now they're left broke, and Macedonia is going to have a little rebellion right here in Turkey, and these guys will be like a tealish kind of color, and they will call themselves the Republic of Southern, make it up yourself peninsula. And now we're going to discover the waters a little bit more, because obviously these guys are the only ones with boat technology. Not the only ones, but they're the only ones with like very good boat technology for this time. So they're able to explore a little bit better than everybody else. And now we're going to have a new goldish, like yellowish type of country popping up right here that is explorers from the blue team. And I'm gonna just stop doing the capitals thing because it's just annoying, so I'll do it after like every video, I guess, like I usually do on Pookie Mappers. Now it's time for these guys to expand. These guys will carve up Turkey like this, and it's kind of surprising how these guys are gonna get the most. Well, it's only because Macedonia is fine with it, I guess. The purple team will take all of this, and they're not really in a good spot, are they? As the blue team will take a good portion of the remaining land. And now it's time for Balkan exploration. These guys explore, very fast, as they were doing this the same time as the Turkish exploration, and they get very, very, very far into this area right here. And we're gonna see two new nations popping up, but not yet, because some exploration here has been happening just a little bit by Naples, not too much though. They will connect up with these guys, however. I lied, we're going to see 3 nations. This is what they will be taking, including the 3 new nations. And we have like a Bulgarian nation right here, while the blue team is going to take this. I'm actually going to fix that a little bit. I don't like this straight border here. I'm just going to give them that. And for Macedonia, they will be taking this, I guess. Albania, or basically just Montenegro. They're going to take that. And we have this golden Croatian nation. What? Gold Croatia, I guess. They take this. And for Naples, they will be taking all of Sicily, and we will have the, like the Center Italian Republic. Yes. They're green, obviously. Now, let's look somewhere else. Actually, somewhere else is water, so, just fully discover the Adriatic Sea. And now we're going to see exploration in Cyprus, I guess. They discover Cyprus. And now we have some more exploration down into the Middle East. And they start to meet up with the, coast of Egypt. Well, they have already met up with it. And they start to discover just a little bit more in Turkey before they wrap around about most of the Caspian Sea, other than the Sea of Azov. Don't know why this is here. Totally didn't take this from the Pookie Mappers map. Totally did not do that, so I could never, right? And over here in the Turkish Republic, they will start to expand further, and they fully cut off the purple team, and they're also going to do this so they don't piss off the blue team. Yeah, speaking of the blue team, they're going to take that. And right here in the middle of the Balkans, we're going to have a new country, which in this world is basically just North Macedonia, because it is. And yeah, I guess Bulgaria is going to do something, and that something is take some land from this thing, because they don't like that it exists, I guess. So yeah, Bulgaria is pretty mean, but just deal with it. So Bulgaria's just gonna take all of this, I guess. And yeah, these are their new borders, I suppose. Don't know what I'm saying at all. And now we're going to have Naples, which is going to send some boats to Corsica and Sardinia, and they have this entire area encircled with explored waters, and they will be setting some landings here, which they do, I guess. But the thing is, their journey to go out west continues, and they meet up with Barcelona, or Spain, I guess. They meet up with the Balearic Islands over here, and start to explore more waters just to connect this up, but not too much. The people of Naples will explore a little bit more on the Spanish coast before they send some explorationists to discover this thing on ground, and they discover quite a bit, and they find a lot, and I mean a lot of gold and silver, that too. We then have Naples expanding on these islands, but they don't go on the main Italian peninsula, as we have a new red country, full red, because I was waiting for this. Yeah, I had to. This red nation will set out to expand and explore, and that's exactly what they do, meeting up with modern day Madrid, and they do explore a little bit north with help from Naples. These guys will expand a lot more than you think. They will expand with all of this land here. And I might do provinces for this. I might, but you don't really know, but still. I'm probably gonna record another 2 videos after this, so yeah, but we aren't done just yet. As we have this entire area getting discovered over here, and I'm just gonna update the waters before doing some more exploration, and then we'll end the video, I guess, sadly, but it's fine. I'm going to upload these maybe 3 times a week, twice a week. I'll actually be active on this. And now we have some more exploration around these discovered areas in Italy and in France. They discover a little bit more north before they start to stop as they meet the Alps. And the last thing before I end this video will be some more exploration over here and also some more in the Balkans, but we have the entire Black Sea being mapped out. And for the Balkans, not the Baltics, they will be exploring all of this land before doing some minor expansions, also over here. And this is what everyone will take. We have the blue team down here in Turkey, not take the entire map, but they take all of this, while the yellow team does some expanding for once and then take the rest of this land. The blue team's not too happy about it, but it's fine, as they take Crimea. Wonder where I've seen that before. Now we have Bulgaria taking this L-shaped country. You know what? You might not see this in episode 3. It might be gone by then. Albania will take this. The Croatians will take that. While the Italian Republic, I think the Central Italian Republic will take this. And Naples will take the last piece of land right here in France, making them kind of have like a colonial empire, but not really. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. Hope to see you next time, or whatever. I might forget that I have to record this, but I'm not that busy anymore because it's summer. So anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, blah 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 blah, and goodbye.